Hello. My emotional response was sadness. It was emotional to listen to the stories that were told in this podcast about families that were struggling to pay their rent. Margaret Smith's and her children was a story that made me very emotional. It was hard to hear that of a situation she had no control of. She lost nearly everything in her life, from her home, her job, and her kids. The story about the lady who had to bury her family and had help from a local organization kind of resonated with me. Back in 2017, my uncle's partner had passed away, and like in the podcast stated, funerals are expensive and can cost at least $7,000. And so the funeral was over that at about $10,000. My uncle could not afford that much, so what happened was that my father had purchased a casket lot back in the day when he was young and gave that lot to his brothers, so that he can use that for his partner, so that she can be buried in a cemetery and my uncle would not have to pay a thing. It was within that moment that I realized how death is expensive and how it falls on the families and how much of a financial burden can be on something that's so emotional. One of the stereotypes that I would say that still lingers on my mind is the fact that poverty is not simple. There are many different types of poverty, and that many families fall under those different types. A family can barely afford rent, bills, and provide food is still considered poverty, and families that have to ration between paying one or the other or simply cannot pay multiple things are also different types of poverty. Essentially, there are many levels to poverty, and so we should acknowledge them all on a case-by-case level. Thank you.